What's up, everybody? It's Alex Ghost, and I am bringing you a Warlord's Ruin solo flawless guide. I did this for the Dark Age hunt, and there's not many days left in this challenge, so I doubt this will help you for that. But this will help anyone who's trying to get the solo flawless. If that's what you're trying to do, then you've clicked on the right video. So without further ado, let's get into this dungeon run, shall we? Initially, we're starting off with a traversal area. There are a couple paths to get up to the top, but this is the way I go up. This first part is not really that important. You'll figure it out. Just get past the enemies into the boss room and you're good. For my initial solo flawless Warlord's Ruin run, I did use a sword. I used Lament, but that's been nerfed to hell, so I'm not really sure which weapons will work well here past the Dark Age hunt. Obviously, I used a bow, glaive, and sword because that was the challenge. But if you're going to do this after the challenge, you may need to experiment with which weapons will do the most damage, because right now I don't really know. I did this when it first came out, and I haven't really attempted a solo flawless until this week. I'm sure most of the weapons that you get in Renegades will work fine here, so you'll just need to experiment and figure out what works for you. Alright, so we've made it to the first encounter. The objective is to shoot eyes in order to go to damage. How you're going to do that is you'll start the encounter. You don't have to kill any amount of enemies, just stay alive. The boss will then release one totem, which you will have like 2 or 3 seconds to stand in. The totems will have a perimeter that you can see on the ground. You have to stand within it in order to capture that totem, but you'll have a couple seconds to capture that. As you're standing in it, you'll be teleported into these cages. While you're in the cage, you have to look for 3 eyes. You have to shoot eyes, go back down, and stand in the totem that you were standing in previously. Once it's captured, go to the other one and capture that one. The time is really tight, so even if you're 1 or 2 seconds slow, you won't be able to capture the second one, which will make your damage phase significantly shorter. Capturing both totems extends damage phase. In this particular instance, I did not capture both totems, and you will see in the middle of the screen we have something called Imminent Wish. That timer actually starts the moment you teleport into the cages. You get 25 seconds, so you have to kill the eyes fast in order to get down to the ground and capture both totems. Otherwise, you won't have enough time to capture them, as you see here. And you'll see how short the damage phase is when you only capture one totem. Here's a tip. Watch the boss before he teleports you. You'll notice he'll lift his arms and put down a totem. Run to that totem before you get teleported. You'll be able to gain a couple seconds, making it a little bit easier for you to capture both totems. Here is a perfect example of what I mean. So we'll just stand around watching the boss, trying to stay within this vicinity to make it easier to get to the totem when he drops it. He drops it now, stand in it, about 2 seconds. Shoot these eyes. You're probably going to be better than me at shooting these eyes, so you'll get more time, but shoot the eyes. Stand in the totem. Look for the other one. Find it and get to it. And you should have enough time to capture both totems for an extended damage phase. Once you hear the audible cue, it's damage, so go ahead and DPS his ass into Kingdom Come. But you see how much longer damage phase is when you capture both totems? Like, one totem gives you 5 seconds, 2 totems gives you like 20 seconds. I don't know the real times, I don't know the accurate time, but it seems like that. Now, it's based on RNG, how close the totems that he lays down are. In this particular case, they're going to be kind of spread apart, and that makes it difficult to get to the other totem with enough time to capture it. Good RNG will have the boss drop both totems and they'll be overlapping just like here. So you could stand in the middle and capture both totems at the same time. Although I'm not standing in the middle, but that's basically what you will do. As soon as it's damaged, just go ahead and kill him. Once Radhill's dead, you'll be teleported into a prison, a real prison. Once in prison, turn to your left and look at the skeleton there on the ground, and he'll be pointing at a slab with some scratch marks on it. Those scratch marks represent numbers 1 through 5, which means you must shoot cogs and make them spin either in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. The scratch marks that you see on the slab represent clockwise spinning cogs. So if you see 5 scratch marks, that means you'll have to shoot 5 cogs and make them spin clockwise. If you see 2, that means 2 clockwise, etc., etc. Shooting a cog once makes it spin counterclockwise. Shooting it twice stops the cog. Shooting it 3 times makes it spin clockwise. Once you've taken care of all the cogs, you will find this lock in the middle of the room, shoot it right in the middle, and that'll open the doors. Now beware once you get past the locks that this traversal area will have booby traps, spikes that can kill you immediately. One shot kill. I will try to point out where they are, but unfortunately I did speed through this area because I've done it a lot, so I couldn't help it. I went through it fast, but I'll point them out as we come to them. This traversal is pretty linear, so you can't really get lost at all. Although there are areas where you can make wrong turns, but those wrong turns don't lead to anything. They're just dead ends, so you don't have to worry about getting lost. But there are spikes here. You have to jump over them. Go straight, and there's spikes there, but you have to crawl under, or crouch, or slide under those spikes. Take a left, and there'll be spikes to the right, but they'll be on the right, so you have to hug the left side of the wall, then jump over those spikes. That's it. You're in the clear. No more spikes. So now we're coming up to the second encounter. The way this encounter works is there will be 4 braziers in the middle of the arena, 2 on right, 2 on left. You start the encounter by shooting the blight in the middle of the arena. Then you can pretty much go anywhere to kill ads and things like that. Now, this is the trick here. There will be several eyes that will be above your head. You got to take out all the eyes in order to spawn in 2 Scorned Captains. One spawns in on right, the other on left. But once you take out the eyes, the Scorned Captains will spawn. They will drop totems, just like the first encounter. But if you want them to drop 2 totems, you have to damage them some. They will then drop 1 totem, then you kill it, and he'll drop the other. Now, the moment that they drop 1 totem, you'll get the timer Imminent Wish. That also brings in a blizzard, and you'll have a debuff called Biting Cold. If this debuff stacks to 10, you will die immediately. In order to prevent you from dying from the cold, there will be like tiki torches on the edges of the map where you could stand and it'll remove your biting cold and you won't die. So as you see here, we've already taken out all the eyes except 1. I leave 1 so I can get to where I want to go before I get those Scorned Captains. Once I shoot it, Scorned Captains will spawn. And I'll damage them a little bit. Waiting for him to drop the other totem. He drops both totems. I stand in the center to capture both totems at the same time. I'm watching my Biting Cold. We're at 5. I run to a fire stack right here so I can remove the cold. And we have 15 seconds, 14 seconds left in Imminent Wish. If I wanted to, I could probably go over to the other side and kill the other Scorned Captain, but I didn't. Now that Imminent Wish is gone, you look in the center and you see that there's 2 markers there. That represents orbs that the totems spawned when you captured them. I like to take out the eyes. We have 2 orbs currently. We need 4 orbs. So we're going to repeat the process that we started earlier. So we'll take out eyes. We'll cause the Scorned Captains to spawn. We will make them drop 2 totems, kill them, capture the totems. Once we get 4 orbs in the middle, then we'll take a orb and place it into a brazier. Doesn't matter which side or which position you put them in, just put them in. And the last orb that you place into a brazier, that's where you will do damage from, the last brazier lit. And also when you kill the Scorned Captains, 4 Scorned Snipers will spawn, 2 on left and 2 on right. I like to take all 4 of them out. I don't like them shooting at me during damage phase. So here this Scorned Captain drops 2 more totems. If your Biting Cold gets to about 6 or 7, I would start running to a fire stack immediately, because if you let it get to 10 stacks, you will die. Now that we have all 4 orbs in the middle, now I will shoot the eyes again. I'll leave 1 up, okay? Because if you're trying to do DPS with the eyes there, they're all going to be shooting at you. So I will only leave 1 up. The reason why I leave 1 up is I don't want to spawn any more Scorned Captains. So I'll take them all out except 1. I've already taken out the 2 snipers on this side. I'm going to go to the left side and take out those 2 snipers before putting the orbs in the braziers. something to note is the last orb you have to place is where you're going to start damage from. I'm grabbing orbs so my armor charge can be fully stacked. And make sure that when you're on this platform here, you don't jump because the boss loves to boop you off into oblivion. So just be aware of that. So here we're going to put our last orb. This is where we're going to start damage. I pop my Transcendence, hit him with Threaded Spike, throw a grenade, and then I hit him with my Nova Bomb. And then I pull out the Black Talon and hit him with Heavy Attack. Here he already gets rid of your Sanctuary, so you got to go to the next one. And sometimes when he gets close enough, I will hit him with Sword Storm's combo. Alright, now I leave. Hit him with some Threaded Spikes. Pop my Phoenix Dive and hit him with the Black Talon. And this is our last Sanctuary. And that's DPS. So now just rinse and repeat the entire process to get back to damage and to kill this boss. I will skip a lot of this because I don't think you guys need to watch it. And we'll go to probably last phase of damage so you can watch him die. And we'll continue on from there. And that's that. He's dead. So now you need to prepare for a kind of sketch traversal. I'm bringing back the Wish Ender. Alright. Just for this traversal though. But I love the Wish Ender. It's one of my favorite bows. There's a stretch of traversal between here and the final boss that's a bit sketch. It's basically a jumping puzzle with falling platforms, flying boulders that will basically knock you off the map, wizards and scorn that are shooting at you, etc. So it's crazy. So just be careful doing this part because I've seen it ruin many a flawless run here in this jumping puzzle. Besides that sketchy traversal part, the rest of it is pretty easy. Now when you go through this corridor, you'll take out some Taken Thrall and wizards. And the wacky traversal will begin here. Just make sure to take out the enemies that are shooting you from range. There's a few wizards hanging out up there. Some scorn dudes. So you'll jump to that ledge and then just jump straight ahead to the right. But you basically want to get to the next little edge. Right there. Kill the scorn. And this is the way I do this part. Other people do it differently. I jump to that middle rock. Right there. And then from here, I will jump up, swing my eager edge towards that cliff right here. Kill that wizard. Kill that scorn guy. There's a couple other scorn guys here. Alright, they're dead. So just go forward. Watch that boop. You can step over to the other side. And you're going to use the little ledge on the right to stand there. Just jump straight forward to the ledge on the right. From here, you're going to jump to the opening and swing your edge, and you've made it through the traversal. Now make your way out of this cave, and I get to the next area by jumping to the left. You'll see there's a ledge that you can jump up to. And then from here, I will jump towards the right to that platform. And be careful, a bunch of enemies will spawn. You don't have to kill any of these guys, you can just move past them, but I decided to kill them just for fun. There's a couple of scorn guys in the distance, so you may want to kill them. I jump to this platform here, and then I jump up to this cliff. Go through this corridor, and there's an enemy at the end of the corridor. I will kill him. And there's another one up on the cliff. Then you have to jump over to that cliff. Get to the very top, And from here, you're going to jump across to the other cliff. So on the left side around the corner, there's a big fat phalanx. So be prepared for him because he could boop you off. Then jump up to this precipice. On the right side, there's going to be the boss with 2 wizards, and on the left side, there's a phalanx. Take the phalanx out. And then here, there's so many enemies. Kill them all to gain access to the next area. Make your way up the stairs to the top of the building. And now that we're at the top, right in front of us, you will jump down and you will place a rally banner. So let me explain this encounter. The boss will be in the middle. There will be a blight in the middle. You shoot that blight to start the encounter. Things start to spawn. A bunch of taken acolytes will spawn, and a couple of wizards. Kill all of those things. Then the boss will gain 6 eyes around it. 3 on left side, 3 on right side. Take out the eyes. When you do, 2 scorned captains will spawn in, 1 on left and 1 on right. When they drop 1 totem, you will get a debuff called the Hex of Vengeance or something like that. And the Hex has a timer that's counting down. If it gets to 0, you die. To get rid of the Hex, you have to melee attack one of these smaller Scorn guys that are running around looking for you. You'll see them, they're all like, they look like blights. They're all black, you know? They're not normal Scorn, but they are Scorn. But you will melee them and you will give them the Hex. But be careful because they can give it right back to you. It's like hot potato. You don't want to have it when the counter ends. Counter ends, you have it, you die. That's the hardest mechanic of this particular encounter. But besides that, it's kind of easy. A lot of enemies, stay vigilant and mitigate the enemies. So 1 Scorn Captain will drop the totems. The Hex guy will be chasing you around. He will die though before timer's up. He'll die. So just stay away from him. And then you have time to go kill the other captain and get his 2 totems. So you have an extended period of damage phase against the boss. But it doesn't matter because this boss has a damage check, and as long as you make it, you'll be able to go to the next platform. You have to do damage to him on 3 different platforms. On the 4th one, you'll go into like the real damage phase. And once that's done, he'll teleport you back to the beginning, and you'll do the whole thing over again, rinse and repeat. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's a fun dungeon. If you guys haven't done it, I think you'll enjoy it. This was a great dungeon when it came out. I remember spending many days, like probably 5 days, getting solo flawless on this. That's all I did. Anyway, I'll leave the rest of this to the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Until next time, be good. I'll see you later. Peace.